Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another show of FNA class strategies, tactics, and boosts. And for this week's event, which is a Champion Series event part 2, we're going to analyze the tracks for our opening and final round. So we have 8 tracks to see. Don't forget, our drivers for this event are Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. If you have them in in a level that you can use them, it will be very good, and you will see that you will go much better with this plus 10% that they have for this week. So let's get started. Our first track for this week in our opening and final round is Brazil, and here we are going to see. We need aero and grip here, and there is as in most tracks we have a big straight in the finishing line in sector 1. So let's see what we have chosen. We are thinking of going with two stints in both of our drivers. In our first driver, we will start with 5 rounds with a medium compound and 3 rounds with a soft compound for our second stint, and we will use Eternal Flame and or Palm. We need a little bit of tire usage in our boosts because 5 rounds of medium, if we want to push a little bit, we will need them. And for our second driver, we have chosen the first stint with a soft compound and the second one with a medium compound. So again, a little bit of tire usage, so we can push dead fast or lumberjack in order to get advantage of that big straight in the finishing line. So second track of our event is Singapore, and this is, as we say, for all the tracks that are with 7 laps and not 8. It's a very straightforward tactic. We are going again one pit stop, one driver medium soft, and the other driver soft medium. For our first driver, we are using Nazar or Skull, and for our second driver, Jin or Kawai. Well, you can choose either of these four for both your drivers. It's almost exactly the same strategy. Well, if you for the second driver, we're going something like an undercut, but you can use any of these 4 boosts in this for this strategy and in this track. Our third track, our favorite, one of our favorites, Monza, and here we will need lots of speed, especially for our first strategy. So let's see, and we are going, of course, for the undercut with our first driver. 2 pit stops, soft, medium, medium. The strategy, and of course we need a lot of speed, lots of speed for this tactic. So our favorite dead fast or gladiator, maybe lumberjack, but dead fast if you have dead fast in your arsenal, use it, because it's great. It's perfect for this kind of strategy. So, for our second driver, we are going with two stints, one pit stop. For our first stint, we will go with we will choose the medium compound, and you will decide for your second stint what you are going to do. If you will go with the medium compound again, or if the medium compound didn't leave you enough space to push, then you will choose the hard compound for your second stint. The boosts we're going to use here, of course, they have tire usage. Street Shark would be maybe the best choice, but you can choose Butterfly and Rooster too. It will be a slightly different approach, but again, it will be okay to use these two. Track 4, United Kingdom, Silverstone. This is a track getting many difficulties sometimes. So again, it's a 7-lap race. So this is how we are going tomorrow. Well, of course, there is a 63% this week of raining in Silverstone, so we have tactics both for dry and wet wet weather. If it's a dry race, we are going again 4-3 and 3-4. Well, with a little bit of difference. For our first driver, we are choosing 4 laps with a medium compound and 3 laps with a soft compound, and we are using Taurus boost in order to achieve this strategy, because medium and soft compound here in the UK need a lot of tire usage in our boost in order to complete the laps we want. And for our second driver, we will be using medium and hard, 3 laps with medium compound and 4 laps with the hard compound, so we don't need tire usage for this strategy. And we are going with Palm and Gin. If it rains, it's 4-3 and 3-4, of course, in order to avoid stacking. And for our first driver, we can choose Frost, which was in the pit pass this week. And for our second driver, we can use Iron Force or Cranberry in order to push a little bit more. So that's it for Great Britain. And our fifth track is Belgium. Well, a difficult. This is, as we said before, a difficult track. Not many overtaking. It uses a lot of our tire, and it's difficult with the strategies. So we have decided for our first driver, or maybe our second, you can choose whichever you want, but for our first driver, the classical 2 stints with medium and 3 laps each with Street Shark and or Palm. A Street Shark will give you a little bit of space to push more, a little bit of tire to push more. Palm, you must be a little bit more conservative, and you can try, if you are not afraid, to go to for your second driver to go again 2 stints, but 4 laps 4 laps with the hard compound and 2 laps with the soft compound. Taurus for our boost, so we can manage to go 4 laps with the hard compound. And again, the first stint with the hard compound, it will be a little bit difficult. You must be a little bit conservative in your in pressing the red button, in pushing your car to run faster. There is an alternative choice for, if you want. You can go with 2 pit stops, all with soft compound, all stints 2 rounds with the soft compound, but then you would have to choose a boost like TuneIn that will give you fast pit stops in order to reduce the time that you are in the pit lane, because you are going for 2 stops, so you have to reduce the time. That's it for our 5th race, and our 6th track is Japan, Suzuka, and here we are there is a 47 percentage of raining in Japan, so we're going to see for both for both situations, for both possibilities. The dry race, we are going again. It's a 7 lap track, so 4-3 for our first driver, 3-4 for our second driver, Hook or Herald for our first driver. I have used Hook lots of times in Japan and it fits perfectly here. And for our second driver, Butterfly or Gladiator. Well, if it rains, which is very possible, again, 4-3 for our first driver, 3-4 for our second driver, and as I said, for the Hook boost in the dry race, I'm going to strongly suggest to use TuneIn for your first driver in a wet race in Japan. It's great. It's the perfect fit for these conditions in this track. If you don't have TuneIn, you can use Char, and for our second driver, Prince or Hex. Track number 7 is Canada, dry race, and let's see it. We have changed our strategies since last time we've seen Canada. So our first suggestion was to go with 4 medium and 4 medium. Now, as you see, it's our last suggestion. For your first driver, we suggest that you will use medium, 5 laps the medium compound and 3 laps the soft compound with Butterfly or Downforce. And for your second driver, you will swap the stints, 3 laps soft compound and 5 laps the medium compound with Eagle or Rooster. Of course, you can choose 2 stints with a medium compound with Gin and Downforce, but I'm going with the first 2 strategies this week. And our last track, the Netherlands circuit, 7 laps here too, so easy. And I'm going to be a little bit absolute here, and I'm going to tell you, for your first driver, choose 4 laps with medium, 3 laps with the soft compound, and go with hex. If you don't have hex, go with instinct, but hex is amazing here. And for your second driver, 3 laps with the soft compound and 4 laps with the medium compound, and choose hook. Again, perfect for this race. I have used it if whether I in the grid I was 15th or I was 5th, and believe me, no, 5th, well, 5th, yes, and believe me, there is a lot of overtaking with hook and hex here in the Netherlands if you use it correctly. So I strongly suggest hex and hook for your two drivers here. So that's it. We have seen all of the tracks for this weekend. I hope that you found useful our suggestions. Subscribe to our channel in order to get notified when I get a new video uploaded. Thank you for watching, and I'm waiting for you the next time. Thank you.